You're not disappearing, you're recalibrating. Let me ask you something. Did you just come home from Christmas break and realize that nothing really changed at all? You had a nice time, you saw beautiful things, you were with friends and family, but then you slipped right back into things exactly how they were. That's the difference between a vacation and a retreat. And today, that's what we're talking about. Hi, friends, and Happy New Year. I am Kelly Morgan Murley. Welcome to the Bucket List Retreats podcast. I am so happy to have you here because I love talking about retreats up one side and down the other. And if you are new here, welcome. We can't wait to bring you into the conversation. If you have been on a retreat, if you want to organize a retreat, tell us what you're up to. I hope the holidays were good for all of you. I had the most exciting time, went on a beautiful host collective retreat down in the Dominican Republic. I cannot wait to share all about it. And then I came home with the cold or the flu, whatever it was that I think is plaguing the entire nation. So if you are with me and you have had a bad cold for the last, 2 weeks, yeah, I was right there with you. This is the first time I am really using my voice since then. And oh my gosh, it sounds so much better. So I hope that you won't have too many sniffles or coughs, and I'll keep all of that out of your ear as best as I can. But welcome back to the podcast. It is January 2nd. We have been through the holidays. It starts in October and it just keeps going. And we all try to get so much done during that time. It's really, really a busy, busy time. So thank goodness for winter sometimes because you get a nice break. Hopefully most of us do. At least try to settle down, get more sleep, take more time to yourself. Of course, that's what we talk about here all the time. I am drinking a iced mushroom coffee in my Christmas glass still. So I hope you have something nice to drink. And if you have had one of those colds, I saw this really interesting TikTok. It was talking about Chinese medicine, and either you have a hot cold or a cold. And if you're cold all the time and you're aching and that type of thing, that's a cold. If you're like hot all the time and, that type of thing, lots of mucus, that's a hot cold. And she said to use a hot ginger tea where you take big slabs of ginger, boil it for 20 to 30 minutes if you have a cold, that is the remedy for that. I had a hot cold, so I did this remedy, which was the same thing with lemon, but I didn't really boil it that long. I've just been putting lemon in water, hot water with a little touch of agave, and it's so delicious, number one, but it feels so good on my throat, and I think has really helped open me up. So that's just a TikTok that I saw. And I don't think it can really hurt anyone. If you want to give it a try, I would. But yeah, it is a new year. It is hard to believe. Of course, it still feels like the old year, but it's the new year. So you're starting to think about all of your plans and what your goals might be and what your vacations might be. That's always what I'm looking at. It's the new year, especially on January 1st. It's the best time to look for hotels and like campgrounds. If you're a camper like me, we like to hit the road and do some camping. And we are in an RV now, although we love tent camping too. I did that last summer in the Redwoods. It was fantastic. Everything is so nice now. And my daughter was really setting up the tent, which was easy to set up. So it wasn't a problem. And we stayed in some beautiful places. Highly recommend. So it's time to book those things if you are wanting to do that. Believe me, you'll be so happy you did. We had the best sights. We really did. Try to be away from the road, away from an entrance. Those are your two things you want to do when you're camping. Okay, moving on. So yeah, we're just in between that space of coming off the last year. Last year probably held a mix of things, moments you're grateful for, moments that you worked hard to get through, and probably moments that, quite frankly, you are ready to release and just get rid of, right? So January comes along and there really is a lot of pressure to be more and to do more. But I know that what most of us want right now is not a big reinvention. It's relief. It's clarity. It's a big exhale. And that's where retreats come in. Without a lot of fanfare and without a lot of force. Retreats get called an escape all the time, like you're running away from something or like something has gone wrong. But a retreat is not an escape. It is a reset. Escape is a reaction. A reset is intentional. When you step away on purpose, you are not abandoning your life. You are creating space to see it more clearly. You're not disappearing, you're recalibrating. And it's so easy to think that you can do it at home. But here's what surprises people. You can rest at home, but you can't reset at home. At home, your nervous system is still on duty. Your roles are still active, and all of those responsibilities are still humming in the background. Even on your best days off, you're still inside your normal life. You are not the planner. You are not the fixer. You are not the one holding it all together. You get to be held. And that, my friends, is when clarity shows up. Not because you chased it, but because you finally gave it room. It is often a quiet transformation. Most people don't have a dramatic breakthrough on retreat. What they have is quieter and deeper. You don't often recognize it until the weeks following the retreat. You breathe deeper, you sleep better, and you stop rushing. Your body and your mind starts remembering what it's like to go through a day without rushing, without the urgency you are constantly plagued with. And somewhere in that slowing down, you start to reset internally, not forced, not scheduled, just naturally. Completely naturally. There are so many reasons why this matters right now. If you are entering this new year a little tired, a little foggy, or completely not interested in pushing your way into this new year, it does not mean that you are behind. It usually means that you are craving a reset, not a resolution. Retreats meet you right there. If you are starting to agree with what I'm talking about, please give the show a like or even a subscribe. We would be so grateful. It really tells the algorithm that you are interested in this topic. But first, we are on to retreat news. Here we are. We have popped over to an article from spabusiness.com. Check them out. This article just came out December 22nd, 2025 by Helen Andrews. It says 5-season retreat concept to launch in EHA in Estonia in 2026. Now, I am reading this right along with you, so I don't know what they mean by a 5-season retreat. We're going to learn together. Here we go. There is a beautiful picture of Estonia, an overhead shot of what looks to be like a beautiful retreat center sitting right on a marshy seashore. And it looks like there's some land out to the right, so maybe it's on a bay. Beautiful picture. It looks like it could be a little chilly, which is absolutely fine with me. Okay. EHA will be an intimate wellness retreat on Estonia's Hiiumaa island. There will be accommodation for 22 guests at a time in the intimate retreat. The concept is rooted in seasonality, including a 5th season called Spring Rise. The programming and treatments will be rooted in Estonian healing traditions. Amber Gachi Ward will lead EHA's operational launch as GM. Here's what she has to say. The opportunity to steward a retreat so intentionally designed, from its architecture to its rituals to its relationship with the local community, is incredibly meaningful to me. I agree. I think that sounds lovely. So they go on to say a new wellness destination called Ihu is due to open Q3 of 2026 on Estonia's island, which is home to a UNESCO-protected biosphere reserve. Co-founders Eva Marin and Soni Aswani have created the retreat with support from a global hospitality experts, Think Hospitality Consulting. The ethos of the retreat is rooted in sustainability, seasonality, and community. Surrounded by the Baltic Sea, thought it looked a little chilly. Two-thirds of the island terrain is forested. There are also beaches and rare biodiversity. The intimate destination will have only 8 suites and 3 forest cabins for accommodation, housing up to 22 guests at a time. Okay. That sounds like a lot. The minimalist Nordic-style buildings have been designed by architect Tait Trumal with interiors by Studio Argus, UNT Plus Company, and Valkla Studio. Moran told Spa Business, choosing Hima was never a strategic decision on a map. It was a homecoming. My grandfather was born on this island, and its forests, storms, and long horizons has shaped my sense of what true restoration feels like. We kept Iha intentionally small because we wanted every guest to feel held by the land, not crowded by it, said Moran. In a place this quiet, with skies this dark and nature this present, intimacy isn't a luxury detail. It's the condition that allows real transformation to happen. The spa. The holistic spa will have treatment rooms as well as indoor and outdoor pools with views of nature. Thermal suites will include multiple saunas, both indoor and outdoors. There will be mindfulness studio for group and individual sessions. The wellness philosophy for the district retreat programs and the rhythm of the island's 5 seasons: summer, spring, autumn, winter, and spring rise. Here we go. Spring rise is described as a hidden hinge in the year, and the programming is designed to be gentle yet transformative, recognizing a transitional period for recalibration and looking forward to the next season. Isn't that what we were just talking about? Guests will be guided through season-related activations and rituals for movement, nutrition, rest, and reflection. Wellness Director Kai Laus from Estonia will lead the programs. During the autumn retreat, for example, activities will include thermal rituals, breath workshops, aerial yoga, tai chi, and functional nutrition classes exploring fermentation, medicinal mushrooms, and mindful eating. Treatments will be inspired by Estonian healing traditions with rituals such as whole body peat wraps from the island's mineral-rich wetlands, birch sauna ceremonies, wild herb foraging, dawn mist walks. Sound bathing, journaling, and meditation will also be an offer. The sound journey at the retreat has been curated by company specialists in immersive audio experiences called OLO. The bespoke soundscapes will reflect the nature of the island. The culinary program will be guided by Green Michelin star chef Peter Pihil. A Green Michelin star is awarded to those specializing in sustainable gastronomy. The Organic Kitchen Garden's seasonal food will be accompanied by ingredients produced and foraged locally. These include wild seaweed, fermented forest berries, garden herbs, and seasonal vegetables. Amber Ward A wellness professional known for her experience in transformational wellness retreats, has been appointed as general manager for EHA. She has international experience in operational innovation, neuroscience, somatic practice, biophilic design, and the management of community-centered wellness destinations. Most recently, she oversaw the launch of Verdala Wellness Hotel in Malta. As GM, Gauchi Ward will lead EHA's operational launch and curate the strategy for guest experiences. She told Spa Business, EHA gives us the opportunity to design a guest experience built around presence, clarity, and genuine personal support. The opportunities to steward a retreat so intentionally designed, from its architecture to its rituals to the relationship with the local community, is incredibly meaningful to me. A 5-night retreat are €5,000, which is, they have here, $6,350 per person based on double occupancy. The price includes all dining experiences and a curated program of holistic wellness treatments. And it goes on to say the entire retreat will also be available for exclusive use upon request. So if you are looking for a wonderful, different, very cool place to have like a spa retreat, this might be a good one to check out. You might even be able to book Spring Rise and add that for a reason to go. Tell me, would you be interested in this retreat during Spring Rise? Now, let's go ahead and pop onto retreat reviews. I have a really cool retreat to review with you. Now, a few of you might recognize Brooke Burke. I am a fan, and she did a retreat here in Arizona that first caught my attention about her even doing retreats. But when I was researching retreat news, I ran into her next retreat, which sounds really awesome. So here is her next retreat. It's called Mind, Body, Energy, the Harmony of the BB Zone, Brookburg Zone, I guess. So here is an overview. It's at the Bodhi Tree Yoga Resort, and this is in Costa Rica. February 7th through February 14th, 2026, by Brooke Burke. Journey with us, it says. And here are some of the details. The secrets of longevity. Embark on an unforgettable journey to Costa Rica, a breathtaking blue zone where life moves at a slower, more fulfilling pace, and longevity is celebrated. This immersive retreat goes beyond wellness. It's an opportunity to embrace a lifestyle that has enriched generations by reconnecting with the ancient rhythms of health, vitality, and community. For 8 days and 7 nights, which is my favorite retreat time, 10 days, longer if it's more of an adventure, but if it is a real retreat, 7 to 10 days is my fave. Okay, just so agreeing with that, ladies. Agreeing with that, Brooke Burke. For 8 days and 7 nights, we'll explore the vibrant village of Nosara, learning to blend modern practices like sound baths and cacao ceremonies into our daily lives. You'll discover the power of journaling, commitment to a personalized wellness plan, practice meditation, elevate your energy, and nurture yourself with a supportive community. Nestled between the warm waters of Playa Guiones and the award-winning Bodhi Tree Wellness Resort, this retreat invites you to reconnect with nature, with yourself, and with the time-honored traditions that foster well-being and longevity. They go on to talk about the itinerary. Show February 7th through February 14th. So this ends on Valentine's Day. What a beautiful Valentine's gift to yourself. A private car will pick you up at the airport. Okay. Of course, I always try to do that too. But yeah, if you can make it during the correct times, usually you will get a pickup at the airport. You get to check in at Bodhi Tree Resort, From 7 to from 5 to 7, we have welcome circle, stretch and recovery yoga. At 7 p.m., dinner is served buffet style, rest and recharge. So that is the only information at this point that they are giving on the itinerary. So it goes to talk about Brooke and a very beautiful picture of the most stunning, beautiful brown-eyed woman. I've always just thought she's gorgeous. Brooke Burke is a mother of four, a lover of life, the founder and CEO of Brooke Burke Body and Soul, the fitness app, a holistic health and wellness program for the mind, body, and spirit. Owner of Soul Creek Wellness, Brooke has 20 plus years of fitness experience, body sculpting and yoga, creator and choreographer of over 200 hours of functional fitness, a certified breathwork coach, sound bath guide, and wellness influencer, an advocate for women's health and wellness. So she practices what she preaches and looks like she does, right? It goes on to talk about Rick Sugarman, founder of Beat Up the Sun. Rick is a yoga instructor, growth coach, entrepreneur, and author who believes in the transformational power of morning rituals, mindfulness, and the movement. With a diverse background spanning real estate investment, teaching high school math in underserved communities, and even music, Rick weaves together discipline, creativity, and presence into every program he designs. Through Beat Up the Sun, Rick makes yoga and mindful living accessible, especially for beginners. He encourages people to rise with the sun, literally, move with intention, and connect with their true selves through simple practices that build clarity, resilience, and purpose. I am really digging what he's laying down there. It's it's so easy to go through life mindlessly, but to add intention into your life, it just gives you so much clarity. So I'm digging that. Okay, here's where we get into some information about your rooms and the cost. So a jungle room shared, which is a picture of a beautiful white room with wood accents, and it looks like, I don't know, that bed for shared. It just looks like a double bed to me. So I'm hoping that, oh, it does look like another double bed is over here. Okay, stop. Okay, so maybe two double beds in the room, which would be excellent and more than fine. And the cost is $7,055 per person. And then the single room, just for yourself, is $7,735 per person, but you would be in a single room. So about what, $600, $700 more to be in a single. The retreat includes 7 nights and 8 days at the award-winning Bali Tree Resort, 3 nutritious meals daily, daily programming led by Brooke Burke, yoga classes conducted by Rick, 1 lunch off campus at a beautiful beachfront restaurant. That's always so fun. A cacao ceremony hosted by the local Costa Rican guide, a sound bath experience facilitated by a local Costa Rican guide, 2 classes led by Bodhi Tree teachers, 1 smoothie each day to nourish your body, airport transfers where they note solo travelers will be charged the difference between group and individual travelers, and gratuities for the staff included, so you don't have to come up with a bunch of tip money, which is so nice. Of course, we want everyone tipped, but it's nice when it's already organized into the retreat. All taxes and Wi-Fi access provided. Okay, and then they go on to talk about the exclusions. National airfare, private insurance, highly recommended, which I require on my retreats. Spa treatments, personal shopping expenses, alcoholic beverages, a la carte food options, additional smoothies, or superfood bowls. That's just something to think about. I'm not a huge fan, okay? I'm just for $7,000, $8,000, you can't include me a nice fruit bowl every day. I mean, no, you do get a smoothie every day, but if you wanted more, which I probably wouldn't, so it probably wouldn't matter. at my favorite retreats like these, in Costa Rica or Mexico or the Caribbean, I have had such amazing foods. Never do we go hungry and everything is so delicious. So I would want tops for $7,000. That's just me. And then they go on to show some beautiful pictures of the place, some of the food, the coffee, the descriptions of the room. Let's see here, dine with us. We make it easy for you to enjoy delicious, healthy meals without stepping off the resort property. Bodhi Tree Resort strives to use natural, fresh ingredients to promote a healthy lifestyle by gathering ingredients harvested from nature, stimulating individual well-being at the ground level allows one's health to blossom. At Bodhi Tree, you'll have access to the world-class year-round consistent waves and certified instructors that will help you achieve your goals. We strive to teach you how to surf in a fun and relaxed environment where you'll immediately feel as if you're out surfing with friends. We offer a variety of services from beginners, privates, or group lessons. So that's fun. You can actually do that while you're there. The resort, uniquely designed around nature and the surrounding jungle, Bodhi Tree Resort resides in a blue zone in Costa Rica where cultures have evolved to prolong the longevity of human life and life expectancies of residents surpassing 100 years old. Nosana is located in the beautiful Providence of the Nicoya Peninsula of Costa Rica. Nicoya is considered one of the blue zones areas where cultures have evolved to prolong the longevity of human life. Life expectancies in Nicoya residents easily surpass 100 years of age and population. It sounds like she's picked a really nice spot. Let me know in the comments if this is a retreat that you think you would want to go on. Of course, I would want to add on something to it, head over to Mexico City on the way back or something like that. But I do think it sounds really nice. You don't have to worry about anything else. And that is exactly what we were just talking about. Over the holiday, I was able to go on a really cool retreat in the Dominican Republic, which was so exciting for me because I got to add a new stamp to my passport, and they did it. They did it upright. So I was just thrilled about that. But what an easy place to head to on retreat from the United States because it's just not very far. I mean, I had to fly from the West Coast. So if you're on the East Coast, bing, bada boom, you will be right there. It doesn't take long at all to be in this amazing jungle location. And it's hard for me to believe that it's not even more developed, as it was one of the first places ever developed after Christopher Columbus showed up. And this was an exploratory retreat where I was checking out this retreat center to see what I thought, but it turned out to be so much more, just like retreats always do. I didn't have to plan. I didn't have to organize. I was able to step away from my life and just be guided on this beautiful retreat in this beautiful jungle right next to the ocean, yet it was mountainous. The actual retreat center sits on a hillside, and different parts of the retreat are all around it, with the top being where the pool is. And we got to have a magnificent event out there one night when we were having this amazing show of shooting stars like I have never seen. It was absolutely incredible. And we are planning on organizing a retreat down there very soon. If you need a really great set, I was able to make some amazing transformations while I was down there in this short amount of time. It had to do with, using my body, hiking and zip lining and motorcycle riding and horseback riding and swimming in places I haven't swam in in a lake or an ocean in so long. And I really just love the feeling of that. It's so great. Was able to do a magnificent reset, just like I was talking about earlier, honing in on things that I really want to do and getting rid of stuff that just doesn't serve me at all. And it has to do with me and nobody else, but I put these great demands on myself that sometimes make absolutely no sense. And this is the clarities that I received on this retreat. But before we wrap up, I want to lead you with a preview of what is coming up next. So many people think retreats are only for when you are burnt out, tired, or exhausted, but that is not true. In the next episode, we are going to talk about why you don't have to be completely exhausted and burnt out to go on retreat. You are not too late. You're allowed to go before things fall all apart. So check out the retreats that we reviewed on News and Reviews. See if those resonate at all. And of course, be sure to keep your eye on bucketlistretreats.com for all of the retreats we are coming up with this entire year. We would love to have you on retreat. And if there is a retreat on there that you think sounds great for your group, let us know. We'd be happy to organize that for you. And watch out for some amazing podcasts coming up. We are going to be talking with people from all over the world and on some topics I think you are really going to be interested in. Until then, keep exploring, keep retreating, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye-bye.